Hip fracture, tendinitis. Well, we finally get to know. I've been dealing with this pain on my right groin for a while, and I first thought that was tendinitis, and I was dealing with that as if it was tendinitis. And you could see this in my last video when I visited my physio, Jordy. After all the tests, he found that my strength levels were fine. Just need to improve one thing or another, like hip extension from right and left, adductor strength, but everything was balanced. To rule out a few options, he asked me to do an MRI. Have you ever done an MRI? Well, I'm going to do my MRI to check if there is any fracture or not. That would explain and help us to find the diagnosis. Show you how's the clinic. Pretty sure I cannot record the machine, but I'm recording whatever I can. But before we even continue, leave your like here, subscribe in the channel, share this with your friends, and help me to go the essential habit and help everybody to exercise in their own terms, in the right way. You know what? I'm doing an MRI booked at 10 a.m. Yes. Yes. Time to get naked. No. Not right. An MRI room looks like this, and it sounds like this. I know. But you're normally with headphones and you can choose your own song. Anyway, it doesn't work. You still hear everything. Well, I did my MRI now. As you can see, I couldn't record inside the room because there's no... You cannot bring any electronic device and all this stuff. The door is thick like this to get into the room. But anyway, just waiting now. Being really honest with you, I was supposed to run today. I don't feel like running and I won't go because I did run on Tuesday, sprints. I felt great, it was amazing. But at this stage, until I realize if it's a fracture or not, every time I go to run, I keep thinking if I'm making it worse. It's tough. I don't think it's a fracture. But I don't know, it's just like, you know, yeah, this is real life, guys. It sucks. And it's just, I will run during the weekend, because normally during the weekend I can control my pace better, even though the run today wasn't supposed to be the longest, but still. Well, that's it. I'm just sharing with you what actually happens all the time, and I'm not feeling like running. And I will not go. Until the results came, I decided not to run. But I was still taking care of everything else, like cooking and everything. Well, as I like to cook for the week, I do these little pieces. I like to use this one very much. That is gone from Woolies. You can find it at Coles as well, and a little bit of lemon pepper. Now it's just wait. I like this to be really cooked. Then I put a little bit of tomato sauce, ketchup here. Let me show. I normally buy this one from Heinz that has 50% less sugar and salt, and it does make a difference. The taste is exactly the same. It's exactly the same taste. And if I can have something with exactly the same taste, with less sugar and salt, why not? The price is the same. It's exactly the same price. It makes no sense. Well, I'm not even sponsored by this. I don't know if I would be sponsored by Heinz. Well, I'm open. Ready. See? Caramelized, almost doesn't have sauce. That's the way I like it. Well, this is my normal lunch and dinner as well. Generally I have beans here too, but I forgot to buy it. So I bought it today and I'm gonna cook for the next day. I have some salad. Salads from the supermarkets. Just throw a bunch here. Then I put my seasoning, olive oil. Looks pretty. And this is what I do. Like I do the whole portions for the week. I put on the fridge and then I just measure how much I need here for each one of the meals. And this is normally my lunch and dinner. I prefer to do this way instead of packaging individually. It's easier for me. Lunch served. Well, it's cold. And as you can see, I didn't even shave. This week was weird because I was supposed to run on a Thursday. I didn't because I had a physio appointment. And since then, I don't know what's going on here. So he said that I can continue with my normal volume of run. Today is a light run. I don't want to go because I'm still worried about this thing on my groin, if it's a pubic fracture or if it's simply tendinitis. But they're two different treatments. If it's tendinitis, I need to put more controlled load and that will strengthening the tendon. If it's a fracture, it's the opposite. I need to rest. Otherwise, more load will increase the fracture. It's completely opposite treatment. But as I'm feeling all right, I'm going for a run now. It's a light run normally. It's longer run on the weekends and not so fast. So I keep my standard pace. Let's go. I need to do it and it will not increase or make the things worse. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling no pain. But to decrease the chances, I will do more exercise for gluteus medius activation to increase my hip stability, because it's this muscle here on the side of the hips, and it will avoid my hip to move too much side to side when I'm running, which could increase the tension on my groin. Been half an hour that I took my pre-workout and I'm here singing songs on Spotify, scrolling. I don't know, since I got the possibility of having a bone fracture, I'm holding back on my running a little, even though I can keep the same volume. It's kind of weird. Not that I don't do this thing of taking the pre-workout and doing something else with the effects of it, but it's just since I don't know the results of my MRI, I'm gonna call my physio today. But you know what? Every time I talk with my running coach and discuss those things, he adjusts the workout for me the same way I do it for him, because he's my client in a strength training. He's part of my team, and I'm the responsible for his strength workout. So we share our knowledge. Today is the 29th of July. I'm supposed to run 40 minutes, just easy, nice, straight, to keep my VO2 max going, to keep my cardiovascular fitness without pushing. Theoretically, should be sprint day, but until we know the results, nah. So what I'm doing during this half an hour, I was also preparing my rice. I'm washing some clothes as well. And then the results came. Jordy called me at the end of my work, which was great because I finished my day knowing what was going on. No, It was not a hip fracture, and also wasn't a tendinitis. It's a pubic symphysis inflammation. Yes, I've never treated someone with pubic symphysis inflammation before. So Jordi explained to me what is the cause of it, and I'm gonna show you right now. Well, this is the pelvis. You see all the bones here? Right there is the pubic symphysis. The pubic symphysis is a cartilaginous joint located in the front of the pelvis, where the left and right pubic bones meet. It acts as a shock absorber for the pelvis and contributes to pelvic stability and facilitates the movement. But why it got inflamed? It can be for many reasons. But in my case particularly, could be because of the lack of impact absorption abilities, because I'm restarting to run this many kilometers after all the problems I had with my knee. And every time you start to run more, your joints need to deal with that. Joints, muscles, tendons, everything. Can be because of lack or increased mobility in my hip joint. One side more mobile than the other, which makes a difference and make my pelvis turn more one side than the other. But what it seems to be the main reason is the increase in training volume. Lifting more repetitions, running more times a week. Because as I've discussed with Jordi, I feel better if I decrease the volume, and the pain got worse if I was doing more. And because of this, I took some days off, some weeks off even, to figure out what was going on. I cut all my leg workouts apart from the glute strength, where I could isolate the movement. And after the diagnosis, Jordi said that I could get back to the strength in the legs, but sub-maximal. I was not working until I get the fatigue. I was working more in eccentric and isometric holds, exactly like this in this video. I was doing the leg extension unilaterally instead of doing the hip thrusts like I used to do before. Working unilaterally will make me get better and stronger to decrease the gap of strength he found on my right and left glute. I was 15% weaker on my left side on hip extension, and I love this Technogym machine for that. More control, favoring the eccentric, the return of the movement, and following the same concept, I did it on the leg press. But on the leg press, sub-maximal weight, not as heavy, obviously. I was coming down in 4 seconds, stopping on the bottom for 4 seconds, which is exactly where my adductors would work the most, and coming up in the normal pace. I was doing sets of 3 rounds, something around 8 to 12 repetitions, but I was doing with a fraction of the weight that I would normally do. My legs got still sore, and I felt better. And then was the time to try to find the best volume for running. I knew that it wouldn't be a good idea to get back to the sprints, so I did some running sessions during this week. And I'm getting there. I'm finding how much is the volume that will be optimal for me, but the fear still there, the doubts still there, the lack of motivation like everybody else. Need to deal with that, don't I? Everybody does. And here you're gonna see the summary of how I normally deal with my problems. I try to get all the options out loud, investigate all of them, and make a choice. Over the years, getting more mature, becoming a better professional, studying more with my clients, with my patients, and going through my own rehab processes. I'm getting much better about that. It doesn't take my sleep for days and days like it used to. Normally, I can come up with a solution in a very short time. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to do this project. To challenge myself and to learn in the process, to become a better human being. And it's working. Shit sometimes, but it's working. Well, let's get in my stuff. I'm going for a run now. And I'm glad I didn't go in the morning, because now I feel better. Maybe because when I just woke up, I did from several hours in the same position. Maybe I was feeling a little bit more early in the morning, but now it's fine. Let's go. Finished my 10K. Warm up, 2 kilometers at Z1, then 2 kilometers at Z2, 2 kilometers at Z3,
then again 2 kilometers at Z2, and then a cool down of 2 kilometers at Z1. Mostly Z2 if I get the average, which means it was a comfortable pace. Didn't feel any problem on my hip, on my groin during the whole time. It's just comfortable. But I'm glad didn't run in the morning, and I did now in the late afternoon, because one, the sunset was beautiful. Two, I'm feeling way better than I was feeling early in the morning. And at the end of the day, I completed my task.
I don't want to become a hostage of my own goal, if you know what I mean. I will run, and I will run well, but I have the time. And the whole project is start to record the videos for the YouTube, to show you those difficulties, and to show you that everything has a solution. We just need to observe, investigate, analyze, create a plan, and follow the freaking plan. I'm getting there, and I'm learning. No fracture, yeah. No tendinitis, yes. Just this pubic symphysis, hard name inflammation. But it's getting better, and I'm getting there. In the next video, I'm gonna show you my favorite gear. Compression shorts, shoes, sunnies, everything. Because I love these videos about gear and everything else, that's what I'm gonna do. See you next video.